some outside. About to try on my wedding dress. See how it goes. Also, welcome to my channel. My name is Tembegile. This channel is about just loving yourself and loving life. Today, I am talking about how I manifested my dream life. The fact that I'm living it right now. I didn't even talk about how I manifested it. Maybe I'll talk about that on my next video, but this is me living my dream life. Like, I live in luxury. So y'all know I'm usually an American football girl, you know, watcher, whatever. And now I'm getting into real football. How I'm choosing what team I like is I just turn on the TV. Football is usually on these days, and I'm watching. And these days I actually started watching. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And then I'm like, which one has more black people? And then I find that team. Today, this is the team I've seen with the most black people. And yes, I'm choosing my team based on the finest men on the team. What other criteria? I'm now preparing to be a footballer's wife. So I'm eating this flavor. Thai sweet chili. There's different flavor chips here. I enjoy that. Flavor explosion. So the sun is hitting. I did my edges. I want to take some pictures. These are good. Oh. These are good. Painted my nails and my toes too. They're a different color. If you're wondering, I moved because I had only rented that place for 8 days. This is my home. I absolutely love it here. There's cleaning staff that come every day. So I'm not used to cleaning up anymore. Life is different. In all the best ways, seriously. I love it, and I'm really gonna sit in it because I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. So now I'm celebrating. It feels great, honestly. I love it here. The sun feels really good. It was cold yesterday. Like, seriously cold. Like, at night it was like 40 something degrees. It was cold. Getting into my retro playlist. Check it out. I'm feeling good. Gotta go. So I just wanted to show you. You see these bikes out here? This is food delivery. I'm telling you, like, at least 18 deliveries here a day. I mean, I've been one of those a couple of times. I'm gonna do a chat. So guys, I'm back and we're gonna have a chat today. So far, I've been here for like 3 weeks. I'm just getting ready to take some pictures. I might go out, but if I do, I'm gonna change. I'm wearing a skirt right now. Already windy, so I might have to change that. So about the weather, it's currently, in that one video I said it was September. It wasn't September yet. It just now became September. So that was August 28th in that video. Now it is Thursday, September 14th, and it's 3:24, and I'm sitting outside. I love sitting outside. Both of my places have had balconies. The other one was like, I think southeast facing, so I had all day sun, which I hate. So that first place, they're both in Morningside. This is a suburb that's near Santon. Very nice, it's very quiet, you know, just chill, nice vibes. The other place I did really love the balcony. It was like more of a terrace. It was very huge and it made it kind of indoor, outdoor, the house. And I like the decor. I like that place a lot. And it had a dryer. So this place only has a washer and then it has a drying rack. But the washer is supposed to get it to almost dry. Kind of did. Yeah, they're still giving me a drying rack. And my favorite part is the everyday housekeeping. Like, I'm not used to people cleaning up after me, but this has completely changed the game. Like, do you hear me? Every day, like, I wake up, you know, they usually wake me up. But no, these days I started waking up before they got here. I've been waking up at like 7-ish. But today I went back. I just wanted to extra rest. So I was extra resting. And they knock on the door about 10. I clean up, they change the towels, and change my linens every, you know, couple of days. And to wash the dishes, just everything. Like, everything. I'm telling you, this is the best. This is the best living I've ever lived. Like, sublime living. This reminds me of that video I made on how to be successful, and I'm gonna link it up here. Click on it. How to be successful. And this was before I was living the life that I'm currently living now. Really, that video, I probably made that in June of 2022. Now it is September of 2023. And I am literally living the life I was talking about. Like, oh my gosh, I was like, how to be successful. I have to stop myself before I say it sometimes because it just hit me so hard. But like, I am successful in the ways that I want to be. And the most part of that is that I'm happy. I'm so happy. Every day, it's just a good day. This is just another relaxed day. I'm working on this project right now, which I'm excited to share with you. Also, my book is still in the works and we just finished the cover. So I'm so excited about that. It's just such great things, such great vibes. Today I'm wearing yellow. What else can I tell you about? You know, I'm like, I want to tell you guys about so much stuff because so much stuff has like been going on. But all in all, I'm definitely glad to be in this place. I do feel, it does feel more permanent. You know, I have all my clothes put up in the wardrobe. It's like, are you getting used to it? Definitely. I felt like I was getting used to it on day one. It just feels so comfortable here. It feels nice and light. It feels fun, you know, a good time. Feels like everybody's hanging out. I mean, people are at work, but when we're hanging out, we're actually hanging out. Oh, I realized instead of trying to look at myself, just look at the reflection in the camera and I can see so much more. I like top and bottom. I think it makes my eyes be more open, accentuated, you know? So the wedding part 2 is coming up. And I never released that first video. It was just so long and I'm gonna really try to finish it prayerfully. It's coming up in at least 16 days now. I'm excited. Everyone's gonna be here. It's gonna be the first time we've all like been together here in a long time. Everything has just been going so great, honestly. I've been having fun hanging out with my family, my cousins. Those are who I usually go out with. It's just great. Like, honestly, I'm like trying to think of what else. Like I said, okay, load shedding. I mentioned it in that video, right? So turn off the power, the electricity to certain areas at certain times of the day. I think they do it 3 times a day. In the morning, I think afternoon, evening, and then one kind of like at midnight. How do you guys get put on mascara without getting it on your eyelids? There are a lot of places that have backup generators so that when the power does go out, you don't lose power. Both of my places did. At this one, I noticed it because it's a bigger facility, it takes like a minute for the backup generator to turn on. Is it a backup generator or is it just a generator? I don't know. The generator. For the generator to turn on. So literally for like a single minute, the lights will be off. Like the first day it happened, like I remember I was just sitting here and then it went off. I was like, then my mouth stayed that open for the whole minute until it turned back on. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was about to be out for 2 hours, you know? But no, that didn't happen here. So I guess if you pay a little more, you get a little more. And I'm willing to pay more for where I live just because it's where I live. You know, I like to be comfortable. I like to be comfortable. And I like to be at home too, so my home has to be comfortable. So yeah, It's been very comfy. Definitely use rands here. There are people who will accept US dollars, but it's better to just exchange it. At currency exchange, you'll get more money that way. If I was thinking, kind of like in a rush that day at the airport, so I didn't get to tell y'all everything, but I got to the airport and then ran to the gate, and that was the part I showed y'all. But then while there was a big line, I knew I wanted to get some cash, so I ran back to, there's an ATM at the currency exchange, and I just took out a few $100s, and you can't even take out that much. I could only actually take out $400 cash, which is crazy. So you probably should get your money before you get to the airport, and then you go to currency exchange. They use rands everywhere here. For Zimbabwe, it's US dollars, but here, no. Everything is very comparatively cheap, guys. So I took an Uber this one day when I said I went on this whole trip just to get back here, and I ended up at the Santon Mall. What happened is my uncle sent me his location. Also, that send you your location thing doesn't work that well here, I found. Because like you'll say send the location and it'll take you to like maybe a street over or something. You won't be in the exact place, and if you don't know where you're at, it can be very disorienting. So my uncle has sent me his location, and I tried to confirm with him, like, is this the address? But he didn't really confirm nor deny. He kind of said, yeah, it is, you know. So I was like, okay. I put in the GPS, I put in the Uber. We went, and we ended up at, I think, Roadport. And we passed a whole bunch of stuff. That was the part I was showing, the scenic stuff. That was cute. But that was like miles away from where he was at. Like, just, I didn't even know how he. But anyways, like after going all that way, I was not trying to go all the way back there. I was like, no, I'm just take me back to around my house. So he dropped me off at the mall. And thank God, that was a nice Uber, because when we got to where we were, he was like, are you sure this is where you're supposed to be? And I'm like, oh no, like, hold on. And he waited, and then I changed the destination. So also I've been getting around with Uber, but I didn't mention that. It works just the same. They have Uber Eats as well. So that's some of those deliveries that be out there. But it was very scenic. I saw a lot of things. Cool, you know, cool. But yeah, next time send the address, okay? Like 07769 Mary Way. No pins, baby. There's different chip flavors, which is cool. Everything is different flavors. Oh, and there's this chili sauce. I love it. Oh my gosh. So that place in my next vlog is JoJo's, and it's in Maboneng. Maboneng is a very fun place. It's a lot going on down there, a lot to hang out and see. It's great vibes, but JoJo is over there. And so we went there, and it's like hookah and food, blah, 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 blah. So eating. I was eating, we were having fun, the music was great, the DJs were on point. That was great. And then this weekend I went out with Nonleba, she's my cousin, and we went to this place, and it was called Coffee, and that place is like immaculate vibes, like, you know, that place where you want to go to take like some bomb pictures. The aesthetics are giving there, so that's where I would go to do something like that. It's a little more, you know, bougie, I guess. I didn't think the music hit as hard either. There was a lot of food. You didn't need it there. This is where you go out. People dance, you know. That's something I really, really love, is when you're at the clubs and the parties, people are dancing, having a good time. I fucking live in luxury, and I love luxury. And sometimes I kind of feel bad about saying that. I love luxury. It feels good, you know. It feels good to be pampered. It feels good to know that, you know, like just the simple things. Not washing dishes, like, y'all, who ain't cooking every day? I'm not, actually. I'm still not even cooking every day. But either way, I'm about to take some pictures, and then maybe tomorrow we'll see what I get into. It's been a lovely day so far. It's 3:39. I really feel at home. It kind of reminds me of when I moved. Oh, she is in here. It kind of reminds me of when I moved to LA, especially because I do things when I feel like I should, you know, like I didn't really think about moving to South Africa for a long time. Like at first I was thinking about moving to New York, and I don't know if you guys remember, I was like, oh, da, 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 something, maybe I didn't even say it to you guys, but that was my plan. And then things changed, and then I started thinking about moving here. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I just made a decision. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I feel in my heart, this is where I need to be. Everything has been working out, I'm telling you. And I know a lot of the things I've been doing have been seeming last minute, but I really wait to do things until I feel completely inspired. Like I know that this is inspired action. This is what God is telling me to do. Boom. You know, like even when I'm booking a place, I like looked and I scrolled for a while because I didn't know about Morningside. I didn't know what, I mean, I just knew this is a safe area. It's next to Santon, which is also a safe area. You know, I was like, okay. But I just picked a place. But before I picked it, I had looked for a few days, and then I stopped, and then I came back and I was like, okay, God, like just help me choose exactly where I need to be. I know you know best. Like, and then I came back the next day and I saw that place. I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this. And I was like, okay, if this is really for me, I'm gonna take it tomorrow. So I left it and I came back tomorrow. It was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, this is for me. And then even with this place, like a similar thing happened. Like, but all that is to say, I've really been listening to what I feel God is telling me. And I feel that you can hear God in different things, you know, like in the way you feel. Like when you think about something, really analyze how you feel just upon that thought. And that should tell you if this is something you should be doing or you shouldn't be, because if it feels good, then you should probably be doing it, you know. But if you have to say, then you probably shouldn't, you know, like wait until the things align and then take your calculated risk. And this is a risk for me. Even in the last video, I was talking about, oh, this was like a serious trust fall. Like there's a lot of things I didn't know. Still today, there's a lot of things I still don't know. But every day, it's like I'm learning more, you know. It's like you can't read the whole book without reading one page at a time. And I feel like that's what God is really teaching me in my life. Like I can't read the whole story of my life yet. I'm just given what I'm given, and I have to take it and continue hoping that the next page is going to keep getting better and better and better. Like the affirmation I said, show me how good it gets. You just want to let the universe show you how good it gets, because oh my gosh, there's a big old bird. I love animals and nature. This is just great stuff for me. So I'm actually actively hungry right now. I also need to get groceries. All in all, I said this before, I've never made a mistake. Still never making mistakes, you know, like every decision is just so for you at that time. And this is another one of those decisions that's so for me at this time. It just feels right. Wind is blowing, the sun is shining, I feel in good health. You know, I feel like my body's more flexible than ever. I feel like really getting better. And there were some things I was concerned about too with my body before I left, and I don't feel them anymore. One was tendonitis in my finger. Like, it's gone. Take that as it, take it as you may, whatever. That was like Michael Scott and them he did. Take that up. Sometimes you just need to go back home. It's healing to be at home, you know. There's peace. There's peace in my heart. There's peace in my home. There's peace in my mind. I feel really, really good. I'm about to meditate. I haven't been on my meditation these days, but I have been kind of working out, and I have a slight imprint of abs. So I just wanted to let you know that it's getting better than I ever expected. Like, this is better than I could have expected. And I expected a lot, I thought. I didn't expect this. And that just goes to show that when you're expecting stuff, really think big. You're thinking small when you need to be thinking big. Think big. I really have to think big. And this is just making me think even bigger. And this makes me think about not settling. Also, side note, now I'm talking about dating. There's that bird that cries. Sometimes you have the sun gaze that basically that clears some of the calcification on your pineal gland. But anyway, about not settling. This might break a few hearts, might punch a few people in the throat, but I gotta say it. So, on settling. The T from T, on settling. Or not settling, but just dating at your level or above. I just feel like you gotta date at your level or above, because what are you aiming for? You know, like I would be dating and think, oh, you know, give them a chance, da 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 da, because they're not exactly what I want. But I have come to realize, PSA, I've come to realize you can get exactly what you want. Like the person who she's the way you want, lives the kind of lifestyle you want, financially there, mentally there, physically there, all the leads there. I don't want to date somebody that I feel like I have to lower my lifestyle for. I'm living like this right now. I don't want to have to get with somebody where then I have to consider, ooh, you know, this might be out of reach for them, you know, because even when I think about, like, for example, my house, even if currently I don't have the money I need to buy this house that I'm dreaming of, that has this huge ocean view, that's this and this and ooh, that's so this, because I can see it. Even if I don't have the money for that right now, like, I know that I'm getting there, you know, like, but I don't want to have to start going backwards and start limiting that, because I'm thinking about things that are going to be like multi-million dollars, you know, because I'm thinking about a bank account that's multi-billion dollars, right? So I don't want to have to start, like, instead of thinking about that house, have to reduce my expectations because someone else's expectations is over here, you know, like, I also want to be with somebody who's thinking big and has aspirations to do like similar things to me, you know. So that's why I really feel like it's important to be at your level, you know, like be at your level. And not to say one day broke, but like it is not the time to be down there, okay? Because I've been down there and it's like, and I feel like I'm prancing around because I don't want to step on people's toes, but it's not a hot girl thing to be being with people without means. Like, it's just not giving for me. And I think it's also a biological thing, like how they say, oh, men just biologically are looking at women. And that's true. Like, biologically, it's true, because men, when they're choosing their mate, are choosing people who they think are going to be able to bear them children, to be able to help them reproduce their seed, right? And women, when we are biologically looking for a mate, or looking for someone who's going to provide, you know, who's going to protect. These are things that animals do as well, right? So that's what I'm looking for. So if for me, what providing looks like is providing the kind of lifestyle that I live today, I can't be with somebody who can't do this for themselves already, right? Like, this is just logic. You're sorry, not sorry. I'm praying for you. There's somebody there for you, just like there's somebody there for me. It's interesting because at one point I was dating a guy who I felt like had way more means than me, and I also just didn't feel like my life was on track. So it often made me feel a little self-conscious, and I was often questioning my worth and myself. That wasn't a relationship I should have been there at that time, because it really put me on so much. Because at the same time, you know, because he had so much more than me, he introduced me to so much, you know, all of this luxury, lavish, riding in these amazing expensive cars, like, not that it's just expensive, but they're luxury. In a Rolls Royce, that was my first time in a Rolls Royce, in a Ferrari, just the hills in this multi-million dollar home with all of these a Urus in the drive. Not to be saying, but I'm saying all of this to just say I have experienced some amazing stuff. Like, it has really been amazing, like going to basketball games and being courtside. And it's funny because someone said to me, like, Like, I should have known if you were gonna go to a basketball game, it'd be courtside. And I said, I love that for me, you know, like, I love that. That is the energy I'm bringing to the table, because that is the life I desire, you know. And I feel like because that's the life I desire, I want to be with somebody who also fits into all of my desires, because I realized I can have it all, you know. I feel like I am a woman who, for one, I would love to date. If I wasn't me, I would date me. I would not even just date, I would marry me. I'll put a ring on her. And so because I feel like I am that version of me, which I didn't feel like I was that version of me before, and that's why when I was that guy, I really questioned myself a lot. But a lot has changed in my life, and I really feel like I am that woman. That woman, okay? Like, I'm really her. Like, I'm really her. Like, for me, this is being her, you know? And I'm really proud of myself. Oh, God, I'm so happy I'm making this video. And if you have shades to the whole video, comment a little elephant in the comments below. And I really just hope you're having a great day and that you continue to level up. You do what you need to do to build your confidence in yourself, working on the amount of love you have in yourself. And for me, that came with a lot of reading, and I can recommend this video that has all of the books that I feel like are essential things that I had to read to become part of who I am today, and journaling and prayer and connecting with spirit and my family and just following my intuition, listening the first time now. You know, like, it takes a long time for you to be able to listen the first time, and sometimes I still don't, but I'm starting to listen the first time more often now. When I'm being told, like, okay, go this direction, or no, not this person, I'm learning to listen, you know, because sometimes you want to follow things through and be like, oh, you know, really, what is this, you know? Oh, why are you saying no to this person? They seem kind of cool. Let me find out. But if you want to get to your destination a lot quicker, start listening the first time, okay? Don't have them tell you the same thing 15 times. Just be like, okay, got it, you know? And, you know, take your time with it, you know, don't punish yourself for it, for not, but, you know, just take note and be like, oh, okay, I remember how this felt like before, you know, and just learn from the past. You know, don't hold it and be like, oh, everyone is gonna hurt me, but just remember what it felt like, you know. Before the hurt came, there was a sign. And remember the sign, remember the feeling of that sign, because before the hurt came, there was a sign, you know. So really, what is that sign? And when you see that sign again, you don't have to follow it through to get hurt again to learn that same lesson, because you don't have to learn your lessons in pain. You can learn them in love by listening, you know, like, oh, I shouldn't do this. All right, I'm not gonna do it, you know? Cheers to evolving and having fun, like, while doing it, and Black girl luxury. This is good for the algorithm. Black lux. This is what luxury living in South Africa is like, is luxury life. And if you guys want me to tell a video on how I got it, I guess we can talk about that too, because I also want to delve into that for my own thought process. But this is a long video, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know, let me know how your life is going, and celebrate yourself. You know, in the comments below, write one thing you are proud of yourself for this month. There is something I know you're proud of yourself for. If you're not, like, think of it, you know, and comment down below so we can all cheer for you, because I'm happy to be here and it feels great. Trust and love. Bone apple teeth. Bone apple teeth, guys. This is dinner.